Welcome to Colorado Inside Out Postgame, a special web-exclusive production here on Channel 12. Let's get a quick take on the city of Denver spending $80,000 over a 5-month period to pay a former FBI agent to direct their sheriff's department's reform efforts. Mayor Hancock says paying for consultants to assess the issues in the department is less expensive than dishing out millions of dollars to settle lawsuits for deputies involved in misconduct. Patty Calhoun from Westward. Sadly, though, it seems like Denver's in the position of both, not only paying lots of money to a independent FBI agent, but also putting up millions of dollars in lawsuits. What do you think of the assignment and the rate of what we're paying?
Well, if we had started paying attention to this a little sooner, I mean, back, say, 4 years ago, when we were all about the Denver police and the lawsuits against them, we wouldn't be paying out these millions of dollars now, and the sheriff's department would be a little ahead of the game. $80,000, if we get a good study and a good job on the reforms, is probably money well spent. But the real question is, with all the problems we had setting up the task forces, who still don't seem happy about things, setting up the steering, finally getting a steering committee together, which actually has some citizens on it, as well as city council members, there have been a lot of missteps so far. So he's going to have to do a very good job of working with the steering committee, of pushing through the right reforms to make the big changes. And we still won't recognize the savings till all the problems on the table are gone and those cases have been settled.
David Kopel, Research Director with the Independence Institute and Professor at DU Law School. $80,000 for 5 months' work. Money well spent?
A drop in the bucket compared to how much they're shoveling out in legal settlements. Another low-cost solution is add another line to the ballot in the municipal elections so people can vote for sheriff as they can in 62 other counties. And you don't hear about those counties where the sheriffs run the jails having this 20-year problem we've had of continuing to have to pay settlements and have disciplinary problems with the deputies because the sheriffs can hire and fire the deputies at will. And of course, sometimes elected sheriffs do wrong things, and sometimes they make mistakes running the jails. But the scale of mismanagement at the Denver jails over 20 years is so large, nothing's comparable in any other county, and that's partly because the sheriffs there know they're directly accountable to the voters if they don't do a good job running the jail.
Ed C. Lever, reporter with Denver Business Journal. This $80,000, is it going to the right person to do the right job?
Well, I mean, it's a standard move to bring in a consultant like this. And in fact, quite frankly, I think you would hear a lot more howls of grief if Denver, after this long-running problem, decided not to bring in somebody from the outside to look at it and think they can solve the culture in an interior view. As far as bringing in the right person, and I should say, look, you know, $80,000, it seems like a lot of money. Yes, that's more than a lot of people are going to get paid in a year, and this is for 5 months of work. But this is also an extremely high-profile job. It's not like he's looking at the jails in Buena Vista and deciding how to reform them. He's looking at a scandal-plagued area and hopefully coming up with something that's going to make a major change here. And as far as bringing in the right person, yeah, I would think so. I mean, obviously you need somebody who still has law enforcement experience, but no law enforcement experience with the city or county of Denver. An FBI agent who knows the city, who knows law enforcement. It all seems pretty kosher to me, but as Patty mentioned, the devil's in the details of what comes out of this report.
Vic Vela, a reporter with Colorado Community Media, newcomer to the table, welcome. Wrap it up for us.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, they had to do something. I don't know if it's the right guy or not, but this whole thing has been fascinating because you had the task forces that led up to James Davis is his name, coming in. And they basically laid out several recommendations. And of those recommendations, they basically just said, stop tasering and choking people. It's a pretty amazing thing that's going on there. And to David's point, it's just been systematic for 20 years. But the recommendations are kind of funny. One of them is, make sure guards self-report drug and alcohol use. Improve training. Stop hurting people. I mean, shouldn't they be doing that anyway? I don't know what's going on there.
That's all the time we have for Colorado Inside Postgame this week. Leave us a comment and tell us what you think. For everyone here at CPT12.org, I'm Dominic Dezzutti. Thanks for watching.